Hey folks, welcome back. So I'm out here on Lake Erie. It's a beautiful day. It's probably 68 degrees, maybe 70. Water clarity is probably 3 to 4 feet, maybe a little bit more. Water temp is 67 degrees, but I'm gonna try to get some of these Lake Erie walleye out here drifting at first. If it calms down too much, I brought some stuff to troll with, so I might have to switch over to trolling, but I just wanna show you my setup here. I'm going with an egg weight there with a barrel swivel with a duo lock snap, and then just a crawler harness here. And it's just a couple green beads, a couple purple beads. I like that space on that hook so that way you can keep those fish hooked when they grab it, just the tail of that worm. Just a solid purple blade. And I'm gonna put some worms on this and we're gonna see what we can do. So follow me, let's go walleye fishing. Oh yeah, I also wanted to mention here, our drift is going in between 0.45 miles an hour to 0.65 miles an hour. So we're being moved in an okay fashion. I'm going a little bit lighter weight on this pole just to see if it has any effect on how my bait gets down and how the fish react to it. So we're gonna go ahead and bait up here with a lighter egg weight here. I'm marking some fish. They're hanging out. I'm in 40 foot of water. They're hanging out right about, I'd have to say anywhere from 28 to 32 feet of water. So I know those are walleye and they're suspended. So, if we start catching sheephead, we're going to have to go out a little bit deeper. Smaller fish will have to go out a little bit deeper, but today's the day that I can get out and do it. So I might as well just try and do it. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm just letting this bait go straight down to the bottom. And once I know that it's on the bottom, because of where these fish are at and with my drift, I'm gonna just click my bail over and then I'm gonna see what happens as far as how my bait picks up with this drift that we have going on. I'm still sinking down. I'm using a lighter weight, like I said. So it takes a minute to get down there in 40 foot of water, but there we go, we're on the bottom. Oh, and I even see it on my transducer. How nice is that? So I'm going to kind of leave it a little bit off the bottom. I want to set this pole down. That can be disastrous in this situation. I haven't put my rod holders in yet. I should, but I can react and grab them faster off the edge of the boat because I want to get this other one out in the water too, because I want to fish 2 poles. So I'm going to try to see if I can't get my motor to turn just where I need it so I can try to drift off of one side of the boat. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky to do that, but you can do it. You can achieve it. You can get it. So on this one here, I'm going with a little bit heavier weight. This is probably a 1/2 ounce. Actually, it might even be a 3/4 ounce, but that will keep my bait. I'll be able to control that up and down on the depth on how deep I'm fishing with this stuff. So I like that little bit heavier weight, even on these calmer days, because then you don't have to guess as much on how much your line is picking up off the bottom with the drift you have. Sometimes you have to do cranks up, you have to count up, and that's why I like this heavier weight for that. I love fishing. I love fishing, especially on Lake Erie. So what I'm doing here, folks, is I just turned my trolling motor. I love my electric trolling motor. I just turned it on 1 so I can see if, maybe they want to chase something more. Now I'm moving about 78 to 1.1 miles an hour, which is just fine with me. I'm kind of cruising with the wind a little. But maybe these fish want something moving a little faster. Sometimes they just don't want that slow drift. And I want to try to use these harnesses because I just made them. So I want to see what happens here. And doing it this way too, it's harder to use the lighter weight because normally you want a heavier weight to do it this way, which I may just switch over. Just have to see what the fish say. That's really what it comes down to. What do the fish say? Glug, 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 glug. I say, get on my hook. That's what I say. Trying to put meat in the freezer. It's fun to catch them too, but ultimately I'm out here grocery shopping. a sole mio. But I do like them drift fishing. You know, this is I guess, partial drift, partial troll. And sometimes in this situation, it's best to have rod holders in because when they grab it, when you're going this fast, about 1 mile an hour, 1 to 1.1, you know, they'll grab it. And sometimes if you got a pole sitting here, if it's a big enough fish, he'll yank your pole right off the boat. I have lost poles before. Most of the time it comes with not paying attention. But I may make a short run here and try to get out a little bit deeper. I notice there's a lot more boating traffic out deeper. So that's probably not a horrible idea. Okay, folks, I made a little move here. I came out a little bit deeper. I'm in 45 foot of water now. And honestly, I was marking better fish back in 40 foot. There's a lot of boats out here. You know, sometimes you get sucked into the herd. But I'm going to give it a shot here. I am marking more fish closer to the bottom, though. So we'll see how this goes here. Hopefully, we'll get into some nice walleye out here, be able to put some meat in the freezer. So more suspended fish in about 30 foot of water. So I'm going to keep this one closer to the bottom. I do want to put a heavier weight on this one, though, because I want to try to keep moving a little bit if my drift gets a little too slow here. So I'm a little jumbled right now with the way things are. I just want to add a little bit more weight to this here. Got a little bit heavier weight on there. Still using my purple. I did not change the color of my harness yet. Give it a little bit of time. I like to stay patient. Angie would tell me. Confidence is key. Patience. And stay positive. Yeah, they may be like really, really close to the bottom too. They may be sitting almost all the way on the bottom. Patience. Kick back and relax. Enjoy the sun. Enjoy Lake Erie with its nice 1 to 2 foot rollers. It's not windy. No bugs. No bugs. I think I'm going to try my drift troll here. See if that doesn't do anything for us. Try to get it moving just a little faster. And ultimately, this drift here is really nice for Erie dearies. Oh, and I got one on there. Look at that. Started my little drift troll, and that's all it took. And he hit it. Just moving a hair faster. And that's it. That's number one. And he is just about legal. Let me double check his length here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to let him go. He's just legal, but that's all right. He'll be a big walleye one day. Yep. It was on that purple and green that I showed you guys. Sometimes it's the little things like that. Just, I mean, if you're drifting at like 0.4 to 0.6 miles an hour, which is actually a good drift, but sometimes they don't want that. They want to move it a little faster. Remember, walleye are super aggressive fish. And the same thing, I'm just going to go straight to the bottom with this, and once it hits the bottom, I'm just going to click the bail over, and then we're going to continue on moving around here. Gotta go with the watermelon. Oh, I got one. I got one right in the middle. I don't think it's a big one. I don't even know if it's a walleye. It might be. If it is, it's little. Oh boy. Oh boy. Still a walleye. That's fine though. But I am looking for a little bit bigger fish. By the way he was hitting it, I didn't think he was that big. Boy, they like that purple today. It's like they don't want to touch anything else but that lure. And of course, I only have one. There we go, folks. Got one on here. This feels like a much better one. Feels like a much better one. Hoping it's not a sheephead, but I'm gonna take my time here because this is a bigger fish. Seems like the bigger ones always get off. Up, he's pumping at the bottom some. It's a classic sheephead dive. Be nice to see some gold here though, because this is a decent fish. Come on, no silver, no whammies, no whammies. Oh no, this is a giant walleye, folks. This is a monster. Oh, come on, get in my net. Oh, folks, this is a true giant walleye. He's in my net now. He ain't never going home. Folks, I can't wait for you to see this fish. On that little purple one, too. Folks, look at this walleye. Yeah, buddy. Mwah. Nice. And this fish, it's a 26-inch walleye. On your harnesses, just playing with the colors, playing with the speed, and this is how you do it. So, get out there on Lake Erie. Try to get your nice giant walleye on your harnesses. Don't forget to play around with stuff. Follow my channel. Give me a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment. And we'll see you soon. Tight lines. Good luck, everyone.